Hey, yo. It's the guy, Gioli.
And this is Yassine Toure, the African John.
And this is the COUPLECAST, and we back. We in the fucking building, the house.
We back.
You know what I'm saying? The place to be, all the hip-hop shit. So, yeah, glad to be back. Glad to be here.
For sure.
Working through everything, technical difficulties, fucking, you know what I mean? Shit going on. But
it's season 3.
It's season 3, and I love the love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, Puma is out. The new EP by Yassine Toure.
Yes.
She
and if you
on her
support
shit.
the podcast and support the music that's behind the podcast, you heard?
It's a little ridiculous. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The shit is ridiculous. I really love it.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Yeah, word. So what we going into, man? We changed the format up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's happening?
So the first half is love.
Yeah.
Then we get to the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to start sweet and then, see what happens after that.
All right, cool.
So,
yeah.
It's been so much in the media about women, what women should be doing. It's been so much in the media what men should be doing. Women have a lot of opinions and men have a lot of opinions, whether it be from Kevin Samuels or who else is in the, as they call it, the manosphere.
Yeah.
And, all the men with podcasts. And then there's a lot of women on the other side, YouTubers, that have a lot to say about either, men being betas or being too masculine or being whatever. But I feel like we have so many expectations for each other. How do we get it right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it feels very confusing on who you should be.
Yeah.
As a woman.
Yeah.
And who you should be as a man in order to be, I don't even want to say accepted, but just like do the right thing.
I think it starts with listening to each other. I think the thing we don't do is listen to each other. Like, let's say, I'm in a lot of little like Facebook type groups and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And then one thing that happens is all the dudes listen to the dudes and all the women listen to the women. And the women never listen to the dudes, and the dudes never listen to the women. It's like, they be we be on there like, yo, if y'all just do this, y'all be good, we be good. And women be laughing at it. And they be on there like, yo, if y'all do this, we'll be good. And men just be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So The conversation ain't really a conversation. We're not having it. It's not an actual conversation. It's just like, a shouting match. So first thing we could do is just start with communication, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to kind of open our ears to what the other genders is saying. No matter how ridiculous we think it sounds, of course it's going to sound ridiculous. Men is from Mars, women from Venus. We don't really speak the same language.
Right.
Y'all speaking feeling, we speaking logic for the most part. You know what I mean? So I don't really...
Right, because, it's like... I would think like a guy today that's trying to do the right thing would sometimes feel like, if you're too masculine, then, or maybe too much of a traditionalist, then it's like, oh, you're a misogynist or, whatever. But if you're too soft, you're like, oh, you're a beta man. Like, even when people were breaking down the Will Smith thing, and they was like, the problem was that he was doing this because that's what he felt like his woman wanted. He wasn't doing this because as a man, he felt like he should be that.
Yeah.
And I was just very like, okay, so either you're too soft or you're too hard or you're too this. It's so much to try to fit into.
Yo. Yeah, I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of think like that.
No, whatever.
I'm just saying, like, even as a female, it's like I want to be, down with women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoa, this is sounding crazy more.
No, it's good.
But, where I'm like, yes, woman empowerment. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you hear certain stuff and you're like, wow, like, I'm really not interested in being a feminist in the way I see it.
Shout out to all the women that don't rock with the crazy women. You know what I'm saying? Like, as women got to start calling out women, man. Because there's a lot of crazy ass women. And women feel like they either got to shut up or, like, ride with them. Like, let's start calling the crazies out, man. It's a lot of crazies.
Because if you don't, then you become a whole nother title. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, you don't support women and you're this and that. And it's really crazy. You know what I'm saying? To see how many people was happy when Kevin Samuels passed. Like people that was celebrating.
Listen, man. Listen. One time for the Godfather, man. Like, see, I ain't, you know, I told you this. I ain't really know a lot about Kevin Samuels like that. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, even though people like compare me to him and shit, like I never really like checked him out like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like, oh, that's the nigga. He be talking the shit. He be having the shades on, this, that, and the third.
Right.
I didn't have no clue about no manosphere. Right. I'm not down with no underground man group that be getting together and hating women and shit like that. Like, I didn't know nothing about that shit till he passed. So when I seen the hate, I was a little confused. I'm like, damn, he just be kicking real shit sometimes, but they mad at the system. Like, the people who they mad at the group, not necessarily Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels just happened to be like the head of a group that he didn't ask for to be the head of, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
It's about the whole manosphere.
Yeah, like I had no clue about that shit.
But
so.
I'm going to give you some pushback. I think people are also mad about how he how he came off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he had a message and there was a lot of goodness in his message, but the way that he actually spoke to women, you know, and then maybe it was because that was part of the, not trolling, but part of the way to get higher, you know, comments and views and get attention. But it was crazy the way he was talking to women. Like, I don't know why the women was calling him to be embarrassed. Like,
well, yeah, he wanted that. He wanted you to be a little, you know, peed off at him, you know, for ratings, but I don't know if that was like a good representation of what he was actually doing with his message and all that. But yeah,
real quick, we gotta think about how crazy this is. Why the hell would you call somebody, or not call, but go on a live with somebody with thousands of people watching and answer the question on, are you a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Like, what's your number is?
Just so they can say you a 3 and that you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all.
And to say you are fat and you gonna die alone.
All he ever said was, you a 3, you broke, and you know what I'm saying? And they kept coming. So I was like, this can't be all that's to it, you know what I mean? But when I looked into it a little bit deeper, I did find some success stories. I found some people that really, you know, enjoyed his, you know, it's entertaining at the same time. It's like, why do people go on Jerry Springer? Why do people go, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like to be a part of the mess. Like,
listen, and this was the camel, what was it called? Not the camel.
Rashard brought the camel
there
back.
You go. I don't know them things. I be messing up. Okay.
I got your back.
Listen, when he said, if you over 33 or something, you're a leftover.
Yeah, I think he said 36 or something
36
like that,
or
whatever.
35, you're a leftover.
Yeah, 35.
You know what I'm saying? And it's really over for you or some stuff like that.
Well, he said if you're not, you know, with somebody or married or whatever it was. I mean, I think that has some truth to it, though, if we being totally honest. I'm not talking... See, that's the thing. See, when women talking about women, they talking about it from a woman lens, from a woman perspective. From a man perspective, we kind of are looking at you like, one, either you crazy, like, where's the... You know what I'm saying? Where's the person in your life? You're 40. Like, what's up? Like, what's the history? You're wilding. And then, two, we looking at it like, man, you over the hill, man. You know, you on the other side of. I
just want to say this to jump in real quick because this was funny. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, where they was, I guess, offended by the comment, and it was like, well, what the hell is wrong with a leftover? They was like, everybody like leftovers. When you heat them up, they always taste better. You know, once you the next day or 2 days later. So, hey, maybe some real. Guys that want some leftovers.
Let's
you know what I mean?
Everybody is somebody's leftover. That's by the way. So, like,
hold up real quick. What's one of them things? Somebody's trash or somebody's treasure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You might be trash to him. You might be treasure to, you know, this guy. So, who cares, man? I really don't like how much stock people put into people's opinions who they say don't even matter. That's the weird part. The weird part is you say somebody's a clown, they this, they that, they this, and you following them more than the people you actually like.
I'm going to tell you why. Because when he says something like that to those women that's 35 and older and they're black and they're single and they don't have no man, that shit hurt them in their core. They already in trauma and pain because they don't have no man, and then here he come and he say something like that that's not so much true. I don't know if it's true, but they feel like that. They feel like they're like kind of scraps right now. You know what I'm saying? The leftovers, and then he say you gonna die alone or it's over for you. Like that shit hurt. That's why the women is attacking him and getting mad, because when it feels so close to home, you wanna either, what they say, fight or flight.
I think they gotta take. I think you kind of gotta take it like how people take the rappers that be talking about them. I think you gotta kind of take it with a grain of salt. Like, don't you know you be in a club and it be in a song and it be like, we don't buy no drinks at the bar, but you at the bar getting a drink, but
I
you
thought
still.
we was gonna do that then we dance together. Sorry.
Next time. But we still, you know what I mean? We still at the bar, like
right.
with a drink. Like he's the niggas who we talk. We the nigga who he talking about.
Right.
And we still like, we don't buy no drinks at the bar. You kind of got to take it like that a little bit. Like, it's not really that serious. Like, somebody's not really putting you down because they don't know you personally.
Hold on. Is it serious? I keep hitting the mic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is it serious? It is that serious if you like some of these women that say, and I believe them, they're praying for a man. They pray to God at night for a man. Like, I had this one girlfriend that's in her 40s now, single. And she said she couldn't even go to church because when she see other couples, like, she feels like crying right then and there because there's a lot of couples at her church.
She just got to care. She just care too much. Like, goddamn. What do you mean?
So, but like you said shout out to Vivica Fox. And me and you had this conversation before personally.
Yeah.
We spoke about how there's so many bad bitches that's like, you know, growing up they was the ones and they single.
They was the ones.
You know what I'm saying? Vivica Fox,
everybody, man. Everybody.
Melissa Ford.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Megan Good fresh back on the streets.
Megan Good back on it. You know what I'm saying? It just go on.
I don't know if Halle Berry got no man.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Don't seem like it.
It just go on and on. Like,
shout out to Halle too. I'm trying to be these your actress friends. I gotta be cool with.
No, it's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being single. I just I'm just saying, like, I look and I'm like, wow, like this is how challenging the dating world is, because I remember growing up, they was on them party flyers.
Is it though? Is the dating world challenging just because they bad, old, and single? I don't know if that makes the dating world challenging. I think that might make them challenging. Because there's chicks that's not that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They found some dude.
I mean, I could see it like that, but it's just like, I remember hearing dudes talk and being like, you know, they were acting like that's their dream girl. So maybe when dudes come around them, they're intimidated.
Let me clear this up.
Right.
Niggas will cheat on their dream girl too.
Right.
There's no exceptions to this.
I know. I seen what Beyonce.
Niggas that cheat on anybody.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Queen of England. They gonna cheat on. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce. They gonna cheat on Oprah. She got 10 billion. You're gonna is doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true. That's true. Shit. That's true.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But so. I personally
don't. Did we even answer the original?
Exactly. I was gonna go back to it. Listen,
yeah, let's go, because we running out of clock.
I do think that we want too much from each other. Like that whole thing with Troy Ave. Troy Ave posted like, "Damn, does this woman exist?" And it was like 50 different things that he needed from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted her to like luxury things. You know, but at the same time, like to go eat in the hood, but at the same time, like want to travel and, you know, but at the same time, not be, you know, spend too much. He wanted her to still, you know what I mean? It was just so many things that was like, that's kind of sound like the opposite. And it is not really when you think about it, like, you know, but that's just still a lot to ask from a person. And like when you're single and you don't have a man, or you're a man, don't have a woman, you have these dreams and ideas of what your perfect partner should be. Let
me cut you off for a second. I saw a 10, it wasn't even a 50, it was a 10 like part list.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, I'm only 5 of them shits, you know what I mean? But I'm like the best 5.
Well, I'm gonna say something that's 100%.
Dick, money, smart, funny. That's it.
1,000%.
That's me. Dick, money, smart,
real.
Funny. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Sorry.
When I made a list when I was single, okay, and it had 35 things on it. I know I just said people need to stop, but listen, I did. I had 35 things on it, and then I met you. And you checked off every single one of them. You heard? That's a physic. And that's a fact. Now, there were some things I probably should have put on the list. But everything come with a flip side, and so.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to make me from clay, from the earth, you know what I'm saying? It fucking summons me.
Because when you say you want like a disciplined man, you want a man that has a strong mind. The other side of that is like, oh, he's kind of stubborn and like has tunnel vision. And
that's a good.
You understand? So it's kind of like what's that movie? One of the favorite movies that you like, where the person it's not like us, but they sell their soul. You feel me? And then they get all these wishes and stuff, but it's always a trick.
Bedazzled.
That's my shit. That's how life is. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out my man from Bedazzled. Same nigga from Mummy.
I want this, but it's always a flip side of the coin. So you gotta be willing to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. That's what I was gonna say. That's a great point. Always think about the flip side to what you're talking about. I always say chicks want the dude that's already ready. The dude that's already ready, he already ready. So he treating himself like you're already ready. About to talk to you crazy, about to say you ain't coming with nothing. I got all the money. I got all the direction. What you coming in with? You know what I'm saying? So think about the flip side of whatever you wishing for. And if you can't stand that, then just let it go. Get you some other nigga.
Yo, be happy where you are, because let's be honest, even though like hoes try to act like they want a man so bad, man, some of y'all don't really want a man.
Y'all be much happier being single.
Exactly, because it come with a lot. Like even just like having a family, cooking, cleaning, dealing with everything, pleasing your man. Listen, sometimes you be like, man, when you was single, you could just like be around in the house, be a bum, whatever.
Yo, listen.
Not have that,
I seen a post that was like, how the fuck is people broke with no children? Like, how you out here broke and you ain't got no children and you single? But I'm saying
somebody could say, how's people with children and broke?
Right. Yeah, true.
You shouldn't be either one.
But I'm saying, I was thinking like, yo, for some people that's on the other side of that, they be looking at them like, yo, that's life. That's the life, man. You ain't got this, and this. Like, damn, I be doing this, and this. But honestly, to being totally honest, everybody that got a family, no, they can't live without their family. They wouldn't give up their family for, you know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest. I ain't had no money when I ain't had no children. Because
I definitely got way more money now.
Yeah, because it's like, I was doing crazy shit.
What was you doing?
I used to get a job. And I would walk right out during lunchtime and say, peace, I don't need to be here. You know the whole thing where they say, before you leave a job, make sure that you have a new job. I never did that shit. I did not care. And I would stay with friends, sleep on their couch. I didn't care. I would figure I would pay the rent. I did not care about nothing. I would leave a job.
I think we all did that when we was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all did that. We all also,
so why the hell did my friends get mad at me?
Like
See, I always had older friends. So they be like, Yasin, you got to be mature. I be like, fuck that. I don't want this job. But, when you had children, you be like, bro, I really need this job.
Yeah. Nah, and that's kind of how they get you, too. Because they like, yo, we know you can't really go nowhere. You stuck here, you know what I mean? So we're going to treat you how we treat you, but...
That's a fact. But real quick, I just want to brag. Right now, I ain't got a job because my man got 8 jobs. You heard?
I got 26. Let's not say jobs. I got 26 things that I do.
That's true.
And, all of them is on the rise. All of them is making more money each month. So that's a great thing.
All of them take care of me.
What's the next joint though? Before we get out of here, because we done spent all the time.
Exactly.
Like the new format, we like not going past 25 minutes. Already 19 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about the culture real quick. So we seen what happened to Jack Harlow. If you did not know, okay, Jack Harlow came in as this rapper that everybody was just like, oh, he's amazing. He got this Drake shit.
Well, let's be clear. He had a mixtape and What's Poppin' happened. That was 2019.
Yeah, which is a big song, and he had another
huge song. And the remix had a whole bunch of...
What was the second song that was like a hit too?
I don't remember that.
All right, but so he had that, and then he came in with DJ Drama, right?
He is signed to DJ Drama.
Yes, because I remember he was going to freestyles with DJ Drama. Boom. So they was just thinking that it was going to be this massive, amazing thing. He came out and...
All right, so he dropped his first album. He sold like 50,000 first week. And still was a lot of hype around him. Like, you know, people thought like, yo, when he dropped next time, it's going to be crazy. And he did considerable numbers. You know what I'm saying? He did like 130, 150 or something first week, something crazy. But the album just wasn't nowhere near what people thought he was going to be. So what you thinking, what you saying is the lesson in it?
Well, we put so much expectation on new artists who haven't necessarily proven anything, who haven't really, you know, because we kind of talked about this before a little bit here. Like, you had to really make your rounds. Like, when you was there, like, I'm not going to say you earned it, because I never say people didn't earn something, but, you know, it's like you was proven.
Yeah.
So now artists is just put in this situation, and it's like, they're not proven, and then they're kind of falling on their face in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, where did we go wrong with Jack Harlow? And I'm not talking about us, like, even as fans. I mean, like, the industry, when they put that hype on him and the expectation, you know what I'm saying? The comparisons to Drake, that, like, and then, and bring this connected to Coi Leray.
You want to talk about, okay.
Who in a similar
situation. She a little bit different. Her shit really flopped.
In a similar situation, there was a letdown.
Yeah.
For her album with the sales, and then now her tour dates, they like, she can't really fill out these seats. Like, that's challenging. Yeah. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying?
So one of them, Jack Harlow, everybody went and checked out and just said the album was trash. Coi Leray didn't really just even build enough interest to get to that point. The people who checked the album out said it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Jack Harlow reviews, but yo, man, I honestly think that the industry is still just being controlled too much. I think they push the button on people according to, you know, like data and metrics and shit like that. And it ain't no feeling in the decision making, which is cool because it's business. Business is, you're supposed to deal with logistics and numbers, and, you know, it makes sense, but culture don't move that way. You know what I mean? Like, who would have ever predicted that, you know, Nori had the biggest podcast? Like, who could predict this shit? You know what I'm saying? Who could predict, you know, Dirk rising out the fucking ashes to be, you know, top dog? Like, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think they put a lot of time, energy, effort, and money into Jack Harlow, and they thought he was going to be Drake. They really thought he was going to be Drake. And Drake got a quality to him that's just not regular. Like, the people who trying to recreate Drake, remember this: Drake's superpowers lives in the intricacies, the layers of what he's saying and how he coming across, and his delivery and little shit. It's all the small stuff. Like, it's hard to duplicate Drake because it's all the little things. You know what I mean? So I think in closing, Coi Leray and Jack Harlow, I think they both failed, and I think they was both propelled more by the system than the fans. I don't know if they ever had a solid fan base to begin with.
And to get to the last question, where do they both do? What do they do now? Based
Jack
off
Harlow's
of what
good. Jack Harlow's gonna be a superstar. Just in general, like, people love him. The nigga is, like, you know, white and charming. You know, that always works. And then not only that, he got a movie coming out. They not going to let him fall flat. You know what I'm saying? Coi Leray, I think she's going to have trouble opening up a new budget if you know, they had to pay for 100 features, man. You know who on that album? Everybody's on that album. You know what I'm saying? They had to pay for 1 million features. She got a huge budget. They had a huge tour plan that they had to downsize recently. She doing 200 and 300 person venues now. And I can't see them opening up the budget for her next album. She just gonna get dropped, and she gonna have to figure it out on some independent shit.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, but that's what it is. That's the industry. I guess, you know, they always said,
unless she catch one. They
always said, don't believe the hype, and it was a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel you with the whole Jack Harlow. I think he definitely has the opportunity to be here a lot longer and to correct his mistakes. And I think the next album is he's going to do that. Because
they said that this album, though, because this was the second album.
Hold on. Because I know he's smart enough and he's grounded enough. Like, when you watch his interviews, you could tell that he's very, very focused. You know what I'm saying? And I get the album wasn't necessarily what, you know, what any of us, or not us, but like so many thought it could be.
Definitely
But I just feel
us.
like he's smart enough to figure it out. You know, because these artists, Coi Leray, him, they're all very young.
Yeah.
And they're being put in this position before they could actually like develop themselves as artists. So there's still opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Especially for him. Coi Leray, I think she's still figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? She definitely entertainer.
She gotta get
definitely
better,
a
yo.
dancer. And she gonna figure where she belong in the industry. Period.
She got to get better. She got to stop thinking because you do a squeaky voice with some weird melody that's a hot song. Like, she really got to go through development. And shout out my nigga Benzino, because she been shitting on Benzino for a long time. But at the end of the day, she sold 11,000 first week. Benzino sold 14,000 first week. Nigga, she don't have bigger hits or a bigger album than Benzino. You think she's a bigger artist than Benzino? You're lying to yourself. Benzino got a classic record. Shout out to Locks and Made Men joint. That's still my shit.
Well, hopefully they fix whatever type of, you know what I'm saying, injury is between them two.
Ain't nothing gonna go good for you when you trying to fuck your parents over and disrespect them in public. Nothing's good gonna happen for you. And she know, because she's African. They don't play that shit. All right, so it's the guy G Holy.
And it's the African John Yasin Toure.
I haven't heard you say that in a while.
It's been
African
so
John,
long.
yo.
I don't
That's
even
crazy.
say that shit no more, man. I be out here just rapping as Yasin Toure.
But yo,
you better go
Puma
listen
is
to
out
Puma.
right
You
now.
heard?
Puma is out right now.
You better
Make sure
listen
you
to
do
Puma.
that.
You don't rock with us. You don't really care about the podcast, the COUPLECAST. If you to check out Puma.
Check out Puma. Check out Life on Earth. We both on that.
Yeah,
And-
What the
and
Math Says. We
What the
both
Math
on
Says,
that. We got a
both on
song
that.
together on Puma.
And we're about to do another joint. It's loaded up. It's waiting for me to get on it. So
It's on.
that's what up, man. We'll be back,
ready.
man. Way more time. So
And what did you say, babe, at the end of What the Math Said? You said we the what?
we the illest couple.
We the illest couple.
We're gonna end it like
we
that.
after all you other couples that got a brand, that got music together. We gonna outdo you. Say, no, I'm joking.
Nah, that's easy. You know, no, that's easy. We're easily the best, like, couple on some public
And
shit.
you know
like,
what, babe? People said we sound so good together on the with the music.
Wait till the tape drop. They're gonna say we look good together.
What tape?
You know. Let's get it. We out here.